That feeling, the weight of effort without the return, the endless reaching without grabbing hold, can make even the strongest mind question itself. But what if, just what if, the very thing you're feeling right now is the threshold, the moment before momentum, the crack before the breakthrough? Because you already know, don't you? The mind is a pattern-making machine, and patterns, those old ways of seeing, those loops of frustration, they're only as strong as the frame holding them. And what happens when you shift the frame? Suddenly, what once seemed like stagnation transforms into preparation. What once felt like wasted time becomes training. And all that effort, every single moment of it, is part of something bigger, a foundation, a launch pad. Now I wonder, have you ever noticed how the greatest success often comes right after people almost give up? It's like the mind is testing itself, pushing, questioning, pressing against the limits, only to discover those limits, they were never real in the first place. Because when you look at those who've made it, those who've carved a path where none existed, what do they all have in common? They kept moving. They learned to see failure, not as proof of inadequacy, but as feedback, as progress in disguise, as the very evidence that they were on the right track. And right now, as you feel these words sinking in, something shifts inside, doesn't it? A subtle knowing, a quiet certainty, a realization that frustration was never the problem. The impatience was never the enemy. They were signs that you care, that you want more, that deep down you already believe it's possible. Otherwise, why would you even be here, seeking, questioning, learning? So what if right now something new takes root, a belief, a truth, that every moment before this one wasn't a waste, but a setup? That right now, in this very moment, the choice that's already being made, a decision, to move forward with fresh energy, to let go of the illusion of failure, to reframe everything, every struggle, every delay, every doubt, as part of the process of becoming unstoppable. And as you step forward, noticing how easy it is to feel lighter, more certain, more connected to the deep, undeniable truth, that success is not an accident, nor a distant possibility, but an inevitability. You begin to see it, to feel it, because the future you desire is already unfolding, and all you have to do is keep going. And isn't it fascinating how the mind already knows, deep down, that change is happening, that something is shifting, that even before you're fully aware of it, the old ways of thinking, those familiar loops, they're already beginning to dissolve, because there's something powerful in the way patterns work, the way your unconscious mind learns, not through effort, not through struggle, but through experience, through realization, through something clicking into place, in ways to make it impossible to go back to the way things were before. And as you listen to these words now, you might already begin to notice how easy it is to simply let go of that old frustration, that old impatience, that old sense of stuckness, as if it was never really yours to begin with. Because what if, all along, you were never stuck? What if every single moment of doubt, of struggle, of questioning, was never a sign of failure, but a sign of movement? A sign that you're exactly where you need to be, right now, in this very moment. You see, there's something interesting about progress, about success, about transformation. It never happens in a straight line, does it? It moves in waves, cycles, expansions and contraction, like the tide pulling back before a massive wave rushes forward, like the inhale before the exhale, like the darkness before the dawn. And what if right now, this moment, this exact moment, is the pulling back before the surge, the inhale before the breakthrough, the very last moment before everything starts falling into place? Because you already know, don't you, that every great success story has this moment. The moment where everything feels like it's about to fall apart, just before it all comes together. And as you begin to feel that realization setting in, deep into your core, you start to wonder, What will it feel like looking back on this exact moment, realizing it was the turning point all along? Because there will come a time, sooner than you think, where you look back on this very moment with a knowing smile, recognizing it was never a question of if things would change, but when. And already your mind is beginning to integrate this, because the unconscious mind loves patterns, loves certainty, loves knowing that every effort you put in has been accumulating, building, compounding. Like seeds buried beneath the surface, unseen, until suddenly, almost magically, they break through the soil, reaching towards the light. And just imagine if you could feel that right now. Feel that certainty, feel that shift, feel that deep, undeniable knowing it's already happening. That success, abundance and momentum, they aren't just possibilities, but inevitabilities. That everything you've done, everything you've learned, everything you are, has been leading to this. And as you begin to step forward, noticing how effortless it feels, how natural it is to move with a renewed sense of purpose, passion and energy, you realise something even more profound. The old way of thinking, that old frustration, impatience, doubt, no longer fits. Like a jacket you've outgrown, like an old story you no longer need to tell. Because now there's only momentum, now there's only progress, now there's only the unshakable certainty that you are on the path, that you're moving forward, that everything you ever wanted, it's not just possible, but it's already in motion, and all you have to do is take the next step.